Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees. We got the first of a four-game series between the Blue Jays and Yankees in New York. Leading off for the Blue Jays, playing center field, Ricky Bosette. Batting second, playing right field, Bob Baylor. Batting third, playing third base, Roy Howe. Batting fourth, playing first base, John Mayberry. Batting fifth, playing left field, Tom Hinton. Batting sixth, doing the DH, Willie Upshaw. Batting seventh, playing second base, Dave McKay. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Luis Gomez. Batting ninth, doing the catching, Alan Ashby. And doing the pitching for the Blue Jays, Jerry Garvin. And for the hometown New York Yankees, leading off, playing center field, Mickey Rivers. Batting second, playing second, Willie Randolph. Batting third, doing the catching, Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing left field, Lou Piniella. Batting sixth, playing first base, Chris Chambliss. Batting seventh, playing third base, Craig Nettles. Batting eighth, doing the DH, Cliff Johnson. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Bucky Dent. Let's get down to Yankee Stadium and get this game started. And Ricky Bosette will be leading off for the Blue Jays, batting .264 in the year. He's got 3 homers and 15 RBIs, going up against Jim Beattie. This is Beattie's sixth start. He's 3-1 with a 2.8 ERA. And here's the first pitch of the game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Jim strikes him out to start this game off with out number 1. And Bob Baylor up now. And Baylor batting .203 with a homer and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bucky. He's up with it, fires over to first for out number 2. And Howe's up now. Howe's batting .252 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. Nobody on and 2 out. And that's going to be against a righty. That's going to be a single in the left field, a 2-out hit for the Blue Jays. And John Mayberry up now. Mayberry is batting .261, 6 homers and 21 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Willie. He fires over to first. And that'll end the inning. The Jays leave 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Blue Jays nothing. Yankees coming to bat with Rivers, Randolph, and Munson. You can see the team comparisons. The Blue Jays are 21-20. They struck out 189 times, walked 200, hit 69 doubles, 18 triples. Yankees have struck out 286 times, walked 192, hit 104 doubles, and 24 triples. Rivers is batting .234 on the year with 2 homers and 18 RBIs. And Jerry Garvin, this is his 9th start of the year. He's 1-5 with a lofty 12.25 ERA. Here's the pitch to Mickey. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gomez. He fires over to John at first for out number 1. And up to the plate now is Willie Randolph, batting .295 with a homer and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Howe at third. And that's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first. And that brings Thurman Munson to the plate, hitting .297 with 3 homers and 22 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Yankees go down 1-2-3. To the top of the second we go. No score. Hooten, Upshaw, and McKay do up here. Hooten batting .341 with a homer and 12 RBIs as Aaron Reed joins it. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Chambliss. He'll take it himself for out number 1. And up to the plate now is Willie Upshaw, batting .205, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bucky. He fires over to Chambliss for out number 2. And Dave McKay is up now. And McKay's batting .250 with a homer and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie. 1, 2, 3 goes to Jays. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Got the big boys due up here for the Yankees. Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss. See, the Yankees got 3 more games against the Blue Jays. A double header on the 28th. Then the Yankees go on the road to play Cleveland. Reggie's batting .333 with 16 homers and 35 RBIs on the year. That's a great start. And that's going to be a comebacker back to the mound over to Mayberry for out number 1. Sweet Lou Piniella's up now. And Lou's batting .336, 2 homers and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. It's going to be a base hit in the left field. Lou's aboard here with a 1-out single. The Yankees get on the board first. Chris Chambliss at the plate. Chambliss batting .287, 2 homers, 25 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. Unless he's an HB0, and he's not, so he hits Chambliss, folks. And Chambliss trots on down to first. Yankees making some noise here. First and second and 1 out for Greg Nettles. Nettles batting .284 with 8 homers and 27 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one against the lefty. 11. That's going to be a single in the left field. And even with, let's see here, even with Lou's speed, he should score on this one. Take a look here. So it is it's only 1 out. Yeah, only 1 out. That'll be a 57 minus a 27 plus the 5. So they're not even going to try to throw Lou out. And let's see here. And Chris will stop at second. So that's an RBI single by Nettles. And the Yankees are up 1-0. And still first and second now for Mr. Cliff Johnson. Heathcliff. Yep, that's correct. Yep, Cerrone's with the Blue Jays. Exactly. Yeah, they didn't get Cerrone until after Thurman dies in 79. Yep. Johnson batting .182 on the year, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Can he deliver here? 1 out. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Bob's got it for out number 2. And Chambliss will stay put. It's up to Bucky Den here to put a crooked number on the board. Bucky's batting .294 with a homer and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. 25 and a 9. That's going to be a single. The runner is going to score. S stops at third. He's going to score. And Nettles will stop at second. So that's a base hit in the left field. And that's going to make it a 2-0 ball game as Bucky Dent comes through. No, it's Garvin. Jerry Garvin's pitching for the Blue Jays. And Mickey Rivers up to the plate now. Mickey grounded out the shortest first time up. Nettles at second, Den at first, and Rivers at the plate. And that's going to be against the 9. Yep, a 9 and a 9. And that's going to be the last out of the ball inning. That's a fly ball out to his counterpart in center field, but the Yankees scored 2. Take a 2-0 lead into the top of the third. You got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Blue Jays. Gomez, Ashby, and then back to Bosette. Gomez is batting .277, 3 homers and 16 RBIs. And that's a fly ball out to Lou and left for out number 1. And Alan Ashby's at the plate. Ashby's batting $120, no homers and 2 RBIs. Excuse me, and that's a base on balls. That's the first base runner here in this inning. And that's the first walk by Beattie. So runner down at first, 1 out, and Bosette, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Matter of fact, that's another swing and a miss. He strikes him out, folks. So he struck Rick out twice. Bob Baylor up now with 2 outs and a runner still down at first. And Baylor grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Nettles makes the catch. And that'll do it. The Blue Jays strand will runner. To the bottom of the third we go. Top of the order. Due up here for the Yanks. Randolph, Munson, and Jackson. Willie 0 for 1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Willie's going to go down to first here. And that'll bring Thurman Munson to the plate. Thurman struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And the only play will be over to first. Hal fires over there. Get out number 1. But Willie will get in scoring position now for Reggie Jackson. Runner down at second and 1 out for Jackson, who grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 10 on a 10. 10 on a 10. That's going to be a single. Infield hit. The runner will get down to third. As Reggie delivers here, first and third now, and 1 out for Lou Piniella. Yankees add to this 2-0 lead here. Lou singled and came around the score back in the second. And that's going to be a base on ball that fills them up for Chris Chambliss. Now, everywhere you look, there's a Yankee. Randolph at third. Jackson at second. Lou at first. And Chambliss at the plate. Chambliss got hit by a pitch and came around the score. His first time. Can they make the Blue Jays pay for hitting him? But the base is juiced. And that's not what the Yankees wanted. And the Blue Jays are playing back. And that'll be a ground ball down the second. Over to short. Over to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play. And the Yankees fail to score with the bases loaded. Blue Jays with the pitcher's best friend, the old ground ball double play. We get to the top of the fourth. It's still 2-0 New York. Hal, Mayberry, and Hooten do up here. And Hal, he singled his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Hal out this time for out number 1. And Mayberry comes to the plate. He grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lou and left for out number 2. So it's up to Tommy to get something going. And Hooten, he grounded out to first his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one, though, folks. Where's this ball going to end up at? And that ball is blasted into right field into the gap. That's going to be a 2-out double. So the Blue Jays got a runner down at second now with 2 outs. And Willie Upshaw's up. And Willie grounded out to short his first time up. The Yankees get out of this with nobody scoring, 2 outs. Can Jim get that all-important third out here? And that's going to be a base on balls. So now you got first and second. All this happening now with 2 outs. And McKay's up. McKay flew out to Reggie his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he'll go the short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. The Blue Jays strand 2. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Nettles, Johnson, and Dent, the bottom part of the order due up here with the Yankees leading by 2. Nettles had an RBI single back in the second. And Greg is ready. And he drives that ball down the third. And Hal's up with it. He fires over to first. That'll be out number 1. And Cliff Johnson's up now. And Johnson, he flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third again. Hal's up with it. 2 ground balls the third, 2 outs. Bucky Dent singled and drove in a run his last time. Can he get aboard here again? And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. That'll end the inning. The Yankees go down in order. To the top of the 5th we go. We got Gomez, Ashby, and then back to the top of the order. And Gomez is 0 for 1. He flew out to Reggie his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. The Blue Jays got the leadoff batter aboard here. Looking for a ground ball to get Ashby to hit into a double play here. Ashby walked his first time up. And Jim get the all important double play ball here. And that's a perfectly grounded ball, tailor-made down to Bucky over to Randolph to Chandler. 6-4-3 double play. And that erases the base runner. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Bosette. And Rick is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. And Jim giving the hat trick here. And that's just going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. That'll end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. We got Rivers, Randolph, and Munson due up here trying to add to this 2-0 lead. Mickey's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be against the lefty a 9. That is going to be a base hit in the left field. So Rivers is aboard here with a leadoff single. And Willie up. And Willie is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out. And here's the pitch to Randolph. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they'll get the runner out at second. The short way, but Willie will beat the relay throw to first. So Willie's down at first. I think Willie's going to take off here. Let's see here. He's going to stay put. Munson's up. Thurman, he's 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. They're doing a little hit and run here. 35 and a 9. That'll be against a 7. And that's going to be a single through short. And Willie's going to get down the third on the hit and run. That paid off. Nice piece of hitting by Thurman. Now you got first and third for Reggie Jackson. Thurman Munson comes through with the hit and run. And now let's see if Reggie can deliver. He singled his last time up back in the third. Can Reggie drive in a run here, make this at least a 3-0 ball game? Playing back for the double play, and Reggie swings and misses and strikes out. Big strikeout by Garvin. So it's up to Lou Piniella to deliver here. Lou is 1 for 1. He has singled back in the second and walked in the third. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's going to fill the bases up for Chris Chambliss. Last time Chambliss is up with the bases loaded, he went into a double play. Of course, now with 2 outs, he can't do that, but can he deliver this time? He's been hit by a pitch back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. He's going to toss it over to Mayberry at first. And the Yankees strand the bases loaded again. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 2-0 New York. Baylor, Hooten, and Upshaw due up here. And you can see the Yankees schedule. They got 3 more games against the Blue Jays, and then they go to Cleveland. And Bob's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers in center field for out number 1. And Tim joins us here. Check out Tim's great channel, Cleveland Baseball Fan 879. And here's the pitch to Roy. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Bucky boots that. That's going to be an E6. That brings the tying run to the plate. And John Mayberry. Yankees looking to turn 2 here. And John's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty. 8. That's going to be a single in the left field. Hal's going to stop at second. And the Blue Jays making some noise here in the 6th. First and second and nobody out. You got the lefties and all due up. That might just be it for Jim. He's pitching a shutout, but you got all these lefties coming up. They're going to let him pitch one more batter here. Try to get the double play. Try to get the double play. First and second and 1 out. And Tommy's 1 for 2. He's doubled back in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Actually, that's going to be a line drive down the second. Willie makes the catch for out number 2. Now it's up to Willie Upshaw here with runners on first and second. Upshaw's grounded out and walked. And that's going to be a 9 against an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Willie's up with it, goes to first. And the Blue Jay strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still a 2-0 Yankees lead. Nice pitching game here. Didn't expect it from these two guys. You got the bottom part of the order due up here. Nettles, Johnson, and Dent. Greg's 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 2nd. And we dropped the dice, make this game official. And that's high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Greg Nettles turns on this, hits that over the left field fence, and makes this a 3-0 ball game. Greg Nettles, 9th homer of the year, 29th RBI. 3-0 ball game. And Heathcliff comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Hal's up with it, fires over the Mayberry for out number 1. Exactly, Tim. Yeah, non-official until you drop the dice is right. Yeah, it has to happen once the game, at least once the game. Bucky is 1 for 2. He had an RBI single back in the 2nd. You can see the team comparisons. Toronto struck out 89 times, walked 200, hit 69 doubles, 18 triples. Yankees have struck out 286 times, walked 192, hit 104 doubles, and 24 triples. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Howell's up with it. Fires over to first for out number 2. Excuse me. And we are back to the top of the order. Mickey Rivers, he's 1 for 3. He's singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be another ground ball to Howell and another out. But Greg Nettles hits the home run here in the 6th. Makes it a 3-0 ball game as we go to the top of the 7th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Jays. McKay, Gomez, and Ashby. And McKay's 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jim strikes him out. So now you got Gomez up. He's 1 for 2 today. He's flown out and singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. It's up to Ashby to get something going here in the top of the 7th. Ashby is walked back in the 3rd and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 5th. And that's going to be another base on balls. Ashby's down at first with 1 out. 2 outs, rather. And Bo sets up now. And Rick's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And that's going to be an error out there on Rivers. And Ashby's going to get the 3rd on the air. So that's an E8. Ashby's down the 3rd. So now it's 1st and 3rd. And 2 outs for Bob. And Baylor is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, popped up, and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Nettles is up with it. Matter of fact, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Bob out to end the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3-0 New York. Let's see here. Got 2 righties due up and then a lefty. That's probably going to be it. I think Coleman's going to come into the game here. They got 2 lefties in the bullpen. It's going to be it for Jerry. He pitched well. Just the Blue Jays can't give him any run support here. But the righties due up, they're going to go with, yeah, Joe Coleman's going to come out of the bullpen. So Joe Coleman comes out of the pen. Pitch to the 2 righties, Randolph and Munson, and then you got Reggie and them coming up. And if need be, they'll go to the lefty if anybody gets on base. And this is Joe Coleman's first appearance of the year. And in 78, he pitched in 31 games, was 2-0 with a 4.6 ERA. And Willie's 0 for 2. He's walked back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left for out number 1. And now you got Thurman Munson up now. And the captain's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 14 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. 2 fly balls to left, 2 outs. And Coleman will pitch to the lefty since there's nobody on. Reggie is 1 for 3 today. He has singled back in the 3rd. And that ball is well hit by Reggie. Where's this one going to land down? And that ball is high. That ball is far. Reggie with his 17th homer of the year, folks. His 36th RBI. And he makes it a 4-0 ball game. Reggie is on fire here at the beginning of the year. Just like that. Coleman gives up the homer to the lefty. Now you got Lou up. He's 1 for 1. He singled back in the 1st, came around the score and walked in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Gomez. That'll end the inning. But the Yankees add another insurance run, lead this ball game 4-0 as we go to the top of the 8th. You got Hal, Mayberry, and Hooten due up here. Hal's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 1st off of Beattie. Beattie pitching a shutout here, folks. Here's the pitch to Hal. And that's going to be a base on balls. I hope I didn't just jinx him. Hope I didn't put the kibosh on him. Got Mayberry up now, looking for that ground ball double play. John is grounded out, flown out, and singled in the 6th. And that's going to be against a 16. That's going to be a pop up down the 3rd. Nettles calls for it, makes the catch for out number 1. And here's Tommy up to the plate. Tommy is 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Reggie has that one measured, makes the catch for out number 2. And that's up to Willie Upshaw to get something going here. With Hal down at first and now 2 outs. Upshaw's 0 for 2. He walked back in the 4th. And that's going to be a 10. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And let's see here. With Hal's speed with 2 outs, is he going to be able to make it down the 3rd? Hal doesn't have much speed here. That'll be a 63. Rivers with a 29. Yep, he'll make it the 3rd with no throw. So you got 1st and 3rd now with 2 outs. And up to the plate steps Mr. McKay. 1st and 3rd. 2 outs for McKay. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out, grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. Here's the pitch to McKay. And that's going to be a 21. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 2nd. Willie calls for it out in shallow right field, makes the catch. And the Blue Jays strand 2 more. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 4-0 New York. And let's see here. I think they're going to go with the lefty now. I don't know. You got 2 righties coming up. After that, you got the 2 lefties and then a righty. Here in the 8th. I think they are going to make a bullpen change here. Coleman's coming out. Let's see which lefty's coming out of the bullpen. Is it Moore or Willis? And it's going to be Moore coming out of the bullpen. Moore is going to come out here and try to keep this a 4-run game. Pitch to the lefties. He'll be facing Chambliss and Nettles. And then Johnson. Chambliss is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch and grounded out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Moore's up with it. This is Moore's 10th appearance. He's 1-1 with 1 save and a 3.2 ERA. He fires this ball down to Mayberry at first for out number 1. And now you got Nettles at the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. He hit that homer back in the 6th and an RBI single in the 2nd. And that's going to be a base on balls. Nettle walks on down the 1st. Now you got Cliff Johnson up with a runner down at 1st and 1 out. And the Blue Jays looking to turn 2 here. Not a lot of speed on the bases here. Johnson's 0 for 3. Grounded out twice and flown out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Matter of fact, he's going to strike Cliff out. Strikes Johnson out for out number 2. It's up to Bucky Dent here to try to add another run. Bucky's 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 2nd. And Bucky blasts this ball into right field. And Nettles, with his speed, is going to stop at 2nd. He's getting thrown out here with 2 outs. And Mickey Rivers is up. And the Mick, He is 1 for 4 today. Got Nettles down there in scoring position. And he singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to McKay. He fires over to first. Yankees strand 2. We go to the top of the 9th, folks. And it is a 4-0 ball game. And you can see the Blue Jays have scored 169 runs on 32 homers. 13 stolen bases and been caught 6 times. Yankees have scored 212 runs, 68 homers, stolen 21 bases and been caught 6 times. You got Gomez, Ashby, and Bosette due up here for the Blue Jays. Gomez is 1 for 3. He singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivers for out number 1. And now you got Alan Ashby. He's walked twice today. And he is grounded into the 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Ashby out. And the Blue Jays are down to their last out. And Rick Bosette. Bosette's 0 for 4. He struck out twice. Did reach on an error in the 7th, though. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Nettles. Takes his time, fires over the first, and that's your ball game, folks. The Yankees win 4-0. Take a look here at the box score. What a pitching game by Beattie. Did not see that coming. And actually, Garvin didn't pitch a bad game himself. Did not see this pitching matchup developing. Oh, you have a good one, Tim. Yeah, did not see this pitching matchup, and I'm sure that's about the shutout. Yep, Beattie throws his first shutout of the season. And let's take a look here at the box score. We got the Blue Jays, no runs on 5 hits and no errors. The Yankees, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. Howell, Mayberry, Hooten, and Upshaw each had a hit. Blue Jays 0 for 4 with runners on scoring position. Left 10 men on base. Reggie Jackson 2 for 4 with a homer. Greg Nettles homered in the game, going 2 for 3. Bucky Dent was 2 for 4. The Yankees were 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The Yankees left 9 men on base. Like I say, Garvin goes to 1-6, but didn't pitch a bad game. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Walked 3, struck out 2. Coleman comes in, gives up the homer to Nettles. 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 homer. Moore comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 1. Jim goes the distance, picks up his 4th win. He's 4-1. 9 innings, 5 hits, no runs, walked 4, and struck out 6. And let's see what else happens here in the American League. We got Tim's Cleveland Indians taking on the Orioles in Baltimore. Excuse me. And the Indians win a close game, Tim. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Orioles out-hit them but couldn't outscore them. 1 run on 7 hits and no errors. Then you got the Tigers taking on the Red Sox in Boston. And the Red Sox win on a walk-off. We'll have to take a look here at this walk-off. Let's see if Yastrzemski hit a home run for this in the bottom of the 12th. Let's see here on the scorecard what happened here in the 12th inning. In the 12th inning, it looks like it was a double. And a sacrifice bunt got him down the 3rd, and who had the sacrifice fly? Oh, Jerry had the sacrifice fly. So the Tigers, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Red Sox, 4 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. Then you got the Brewers traveling out to California to take on the Angels. And the Angels take care of business. 6 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. The Brewers 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Then you got the Oakland A's traveling to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the A's win a close one. 3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs on 2 hits. I wonder if both of them were homers. Take a look here. Or maybe it was just 1 homer here. How did they score here? What inning was it? It was, well, it definitely wasn't homers. The 5th inning. They got a run on a pass ball. And then what else? Then a ground ball. So they took advantage of every opportunity, but just not enough. Then you got the Mariners taking on the Rangers in Texas. Last game here in the American League. Doyle Alexander on the mound for the Rangers. And the Rangers win a close ball game. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Mariners 2 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Now let's take a look at the standings and the leaderboard in the American League. The Yankees are now 4 games up on Boston. The Tigers and Brewers are 7 games back. The Blue Jays are 9. Indians 14, and the Orioles are 15 games back. The Twins are 2.5 games up on the A's. White Sox 3 games back. The Royals and Angels and Rangers all are 5 games back, and the Lonely Mariners are 11 games back. Jim Rice is now leading the American League with a .366 batting average. Reggie with his 17 homers, and Rice with his 43 RBIs. You got the Gator Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry with a 1 ERA. You got 1, 2, 3. How many? You got 9 pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 pitchers with 6 wins in the American League, and Goose Gossage with his 10 saves. Jim Rice is leading in MVP voting, and Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning, is leading in the Cy Young Award. And let's see what the next pitching matchup between these 2 teams will be. On the 27th, you'll have Clancy going up against Figueroa. That should be a good pitching matchup. And watch this one be a 9-7 ball game, since I think it's going to be a good pitching matchup. Clancy comes in the game with a 3-4 record, a 2.2 ERA, and Figueroa 6-1 with a 2.78. Like I say, watch it be a freaking 9-0, 9-1, or 9-9 game. I want to thank Cleveland Baseball Fan 879. Check out his channel. Aaron Reed, check out his channel, for joining us today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and hit that like button and leave a comment on your way out. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.